Hello, and welcome back to Forge by Geeks playing Frosthaven. And we are here with the Outpost phase after completing, what was the name of that mission?
Work freeze.
Work Freeze. So after completing Work Freeze, and now we get to spend all of our hard-earned resources. I mean, that wasn't the hardest mission for us, but I think that's because we did the right thing, which was charge!
Yeah, just hit the pillars.
Yeah, just hit the pillars. And that last room, we handled that quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just noticed I tend to just ignore loot and go for the next creature.
Well, you get all the XP.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you need loot when you get all the XP?
And, someday I would like to upgrade my equipment.
Okay.
I don't normally ignore loot, just last game.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're back here. I'm Anthony as always. Got Nicole with me. We've got Peter the Vulcan, and we've got Jeremy hanging out over there.
Mhm.
And so what's first on our outpost phase?
All right. Passage of time. At the start of the outpost phase, time passes. Mark the next unmarked box on the calendar to signify 1 week has passed.
Any events?
Nope.
Woohoo!
Blah, 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 blah. Outpost event. Draw the top card of the active outpost event deck and resolve it.
Okay. Oh, I did not fix the zoom on that. Pardon me 1 second while I do that quick live, because that's how we roll. There we go. Now that'll be readable to people and myself. The sound of joyous loot resonates off the mountain walls for several minutes before they make their appearance. A donkey pulling a wagon piled high with riches, resources, and laughing mercenaries rounds the bend and triumphantly enters through the main gate. The Valrath mercenary in her gleaming armor hops off the donkey and smiles at curious children. The orchid, capitalized, I'll point out, with a longbow, looks wiser than when you last saw him. And the quattrel soaks up the attention, strumming a lute and belting a ballad of their incredible adventure and victory despite harrowing odds. You can't help but feel a bit of pride at these mercenaries making a name for themselves. Reminds you of you, really. The orchid steps up to give you your cut for funding the operation. Option A, encourage them to go out again. Option B, ask them if they have any good leads on other treasure-filled opportunities. I think B.
Yeah.
If we send them out again, they're going to die.
Yep.
What?
So what do you mean they're going to die? We opened the pass for them, right? So they could get through?
Yes. And if we send them out again, they're going to die.
Okay.
All right.
That's my gut check. I'm moving to other.
I feel like we'll get more quest opportunities on the map if we ask them for leads.
That's a fair
Yeah.
point. A little metagaming, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my preference would be to send them out again. It worked once. It'll probably keep working for a while. But on the other hand, if the rest of the team wants to just ask them for leads, I'm okay with that.
Also, the thing is, asking them for treasure opportunities means we have to go out and get it. Apparently they're going to give us some stuff if they come back, so it's like an alternative money making opportunity.
And if they don't come back, we'll probably have another quest to rescue them.
Wow, how mercenary of you.
A mercenary of the mercenaries.
I would send them out again, sure.
Okay, I guess I'm overruled. We'll send them out. Encourage them to go out again. Option A. So, option A, the orchid happily hands you your earnings, but you push part of it back into their hands. At least we did that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Actually, we do have another site rumored to have even better treasure. We'll put this towards supplies and bring you a cut when we return. Thank you. Gain 20 collective gold.
All right.
Nice.
And I believe this goes back on the bottom of the deck is what that means?
Yep.
Okay.
So, in other words, we can basically, if this comes up again, we could do B if we would like to at that point.
Or we just keep doing A and we'll get 20 gold every time.
Yes.
Yeah. So it looks like if we do the other one, it ends. Otherwise, it keeps going back in, and you get other stuff if you pick the other choice. Otherwise, you keep getting the 20 gold every time you send them back
I
out.
see.
Nice.
And yay, they're immune from dying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It did not add any new cards. This one, it just okay. So they're a permanent source of 20 gold. but it's also an outpost card that's possibly going to prevent us from drawing other outpost cards.
All right. After the outpost event step, resolve the effects of all buildings. Go through the building deck in sequential order, one card at a time. For each building, resolve any normal or wrecked effect which appears at the top of this card next to the sun icon.
Okay, so let's just spend 6 of our collective gold, and we will get a smith, a leather, and a wood. Nice and simple. And then the last one, I don't think we need any soldiers.
So I remember we were full on soldiers last time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't need any soldiers, so we don't need to spend gold for that. Or material resources.
Okay.
Okay.
So by smith, you mean we're constructing a smith building, right?
No. The ore, sorry.
Oh, or okay.
It looks like an anvil, so I keep calling it smith.
All right. So
As opposed
you got an ore named Smith.
As opposed to Lewis Smith. Ravern.
okay. So construction. Technically speaking, the next one is downtime, but we usually
Yeah, we do the construct. We figure out what we're going to construct, and then we worry about what else we can do.
yes. So what are
Okay.
we going to construct?
Well, what do we have resources-wise? I've only got an ore.
We have 1 lumber in town, 1 metal in town, and 7 leather in town,
And a lot of mushrooms.
and 4 mushrooms. Well, 1 of the mushrooms.
I've got metal, a leather, and a mushroom. The third kind of mushroom, whatever that is.
And Jeremy?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I have 3 metal and 2 leather, and 1 arrowroot and 1 sunleaf or whatever.
Okay. So, what can we build? What is our
Prosperity is still 1.
Okay, so we're still 1 on prosperity.
Though
So
technically speaking, level up. Perks. I'm trying to figure out, is there any chance? I don't think we'll get any prosperity.
we can gain prosperity sometimes from building stuff.
Yeah, building stuff is different.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm trying to figure out whether or not we'll. I don't think we can gain any prosperity before that. So, yeah.
Correct. Okay, so the only building that we currently have that we could upgrade would be the alchemist, but I don't think we have enough wood.
No.
We need 2 wood, and we only have 1.
All right. Is there anything we can build?
Can we buy wood? Or
Uh,
can we change our decision earlier to spend money on wood at the logging camp?
we already did.
Oh,
we
already
also
did. Okay,
have
that's how we got the
not
wood.
bought the climbing gear, which is an upgrade.
Yeah, we can do climbing. Yeah, climbing gear is the only one we can do here. There's a wall that is too high prosperity, another too high, another too high, another too high. Yeah, we only have 1 thing we can make, and that would be the climbing gear.
Well, climbing gear opens up some new opportunities.
Yep, let's
correct?
make it. It'll open up new places we can go.
Correct.
I
Okay.
think there was one adventure that required something. Was it a climbing gear or a sled?
I think
Sled.
sled. Yeah.
Well, we can't make the sled. We need a lot more wood.
All right.
Okay, so that costs us our 1 wood. That'll
Okay.
cost us 3 metal.
We can take 1 out of town,
Oh.
and then, I mean, I can pay 2 metal.
Oh, then that handles the metal. And then we will take the 2 leather out of town. And we read a number. 161.1. Climbing gear built. Despite its apparent hostility, the landscape surrounding Frosthaven calls for exploration. Now that some climbing gear has been constructed, you have the means to access new horizons up in the mountains. Inside the shop, you encounter the horror carpenter hard at work. The horde of insects which make up the shaped flits of brown, braiding together fibers of rope. When we're finished, they say in their chittery voice, this rope will be able to withstand the weight of 100,000 bees. You look nervous.
You must look nervous.
Their shape, or you must look nervous. Their shape flutters with horror. Don't worry,
You
that
are.
means it will hold you too.
Only one of us with
Yes.
armor?
You dearly hope so, because you can't picture 100,000 bees scaling a mountain anytime soon. Place climbing gear campaign sticker on the town map at location C. You may now place scenarios that need the climbing gear and gain a prosperity.
We are now at 2 prosperity.
Woo! Woohoo! Can't do shit with it, but now we
Just
got it.
in time.
Yes.
Just in time for what?
Well, because we ran out of things to build.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah. That's a good point.
We may have things that we can build with the resources that we have left that we couldn't before.
Sounds
Okay,
like
so
we
we
should
will
get some timber before the next town phase.
So we'll pull that sticker later and put it on.
Okay.
So now I believe it's everybody making stuff or buying
Yep.
stuff.
So level up.
Oh yes, I already leveled up off camera.
Want to tell us what you did?
I got another replace a +1 card with a +2 on your next attack. Discard this card.
What do we do for leveling up besides checking a checkbox?
When a character levels up, they must do the following. Add ability card. Add 1 new ability card to their pool.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of big.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, man. The perk mark is a side benefit. You can get perks other ways. Alright. The card they choose must match their class and must be of a level equal to or lower than their new level. For example, when a character reaches level 2, they can add one of their 2 level 2 ability cards. Then when they reach level 3, they can add one of their 2 level 3 ability cards or their other level 2 ability card. This does not increase your hand size. So increase your hit points and gain a perk mark. So you directly gain one of the perks as opposed to checking off a box at the top.
Interesting. Do I want healing or do I want massive combat?
I assume that nobody has completed their retirement condition.
No, far from it.
Not here.
Not yet.
I am now at a build progress of 6 because my card is to build or upgrade things.
Okay, from a check mark, I'm going to get rid of my -2 card and add a +0 card. So I'll now have a guaranteed minimum damage of -1.
Nice. Yeah, I'm halfway to accomplishing my character's personal goal.
Unless you don't know.
Do we think we need more healing?
I don't feel like.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling. Okay, then I will take double time.
Yeah.
You are, of course, able to retire a character at any time if any of you are really tired of your characters, but I haven't gotten that impression.
I am not tired of my character.
You'll probably keep the character. Oh, you could abandon them. Okay. So now we can craft items.
Okay.
Non-potion items can be crafted by interacting with the craftsman building. Spend the required resources or items. Yeah. And we can brew potions.
I will craft a crude chain armor using my 1 ore. Because that gets me yet another step closer to completing my quest. I now need 1 armor, 1 helmet, and 3 items.
You're getting pretty close.
Yeah. It's a long, long, tedious process.
So do you have in front of you all the things we can craft?
Yep. What do you have available to use to craft?
I have a leather and an iron and whatever this kind of mushroom in slot number 3 is.
Okay. Are you looking for any specific body part or
Not
to replace
really.
something?
I've got a hide armor, I've got a bow, I've got boots, I've got a stone skin, I've got a spyglass, I've got a thief's hood.
Do you have two-handed weapon or a single-handed weapon?
Staff looks like a 2-handed weapon.
No, on your card. Your equipment.
You mean this?
Yeah.
That's a 2-handed weapon.
That's a two-handed? It's got 2 hands?
I can't use a shield if I'm going to take that.
Okay. So
But I don't use a crude bow very often. A shield could be better than a crude bow.
There are no shields available unless you have ore and wood. So
I see the
Yeah.
Yep,
Thank you.
don't have wood, so that won't work.
Okay. Otherwise, there is a metal and leather heavy sword. During your melee attack ability, add 1 to your damage, or 1 damage to 1 attack.
I almost never melee.
During one of your summons turns, I don't think you do really summoning.
I do have 2 summons, but they very, very rarely come out because the bottom half of that card is a lot more useful.
Don't have lumber, so can't make a scepter. Yeah, I think you're pretty stuck there.
All right, well, I will just keep with what I have then
Sounds good.
and try and choose which one of these 2 cards to keep.
Are you thinking about making a potion?
Yeah,
Which one?
I'm not sure.
More unhealthy mixtures? We keep running into them.
Yes.
How about you, Jeremy?
As I said before, I've been terrible about gathering loot, so I have no resources.
Do you need boots or armor?
Do they cost gold?
No, they would. We have a lot of leather in town,
Oh, I see.
so we could make you a boots or an armor.
What kind of armor do we have?
We have crude hide armor. On your next 2 attacks targeting you, the attacker gains disadvantage, but it puts a -1 in your deck.
Hmm.
And the other is, at the start of the scenario, increase your maximum hit point value by 1. No negatives.
Nah. I'm looking on my character sheet to see if there's a ignore item. Yep, there is an ignore item effects. I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay.
So when I have ignore item effects, which will probably be my next level, then I will start taking.
Then that'd be worth acquiring.
Then that'd be worth acquiring.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's ignore item -1 effects and add 1+1 card.
Ooh.
So at that point, I'll pick up some armor.
So for my level 3, I'm taking a Deadbolt ability, mostly because the bottom half has moved all shadows up to 3 hexes. And one of the biggest problems I have is keeping my shadows up with the enemies,
Yeah.
since we move forward faster than the shadows do.
No, that seems like a good one.
The top is a good attack, too, with range 4, so
Okay,
it seems like a
so
really good card.
what
Right.
potion combo are you planning?
I think I'm gonna do the mushroom with that one.
With the arrow root.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a new one right here. I know my hand's getting, because of red screen, is invisible. But you get a poison vial. So that's a nice new one. Let's see what that is.
Another
Are
one
we-
that we could hand to that guy.
That's just what I was thinking.
Where did I put those there?
Are we going to hand this to somebody else to save them?
I bet this is something that you can apply to a weapon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. Oh, we only plot 1.
Yes.
Okay, you get a poison vial. During your turn, perform poison at range 1.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Not even an add to an attack. You just here have some poison.
Yes. So, not going to complain about that.
No.
And that's even better because you don't have to have the attack hit. or
Yes.
penetrate.
Yes.
And there's no retaliation.
Though, sadly enough, I can't actually bring it into the next fight unless I lose my stamina potion.
Oh, you can only carry 1 item?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right now.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm worried about how I'm going to get 3 more items to finish my character class.
You can only carry 1 item.
Like,
Is that because you're a pile of roaches in a coat, or is that?
no, it's your level divided by 2 rounded down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so until you're level 4, you can't carry 2 items.
Oh,
No,
okay.
or excuse me, rounded up.
Round up, okay.
Rounded
All
up.
right.
Level 3 then.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have the items. It means you can't
Oh.
carry it into battle.
I
Yes.
can carry 2 items then.
Yes.
Yes.
So all of us
You can
but
carry
Nicole.
like everything. It's just the little bag ones.
Yeah.
You can only have 1 bag unless you're level 3 plus.
Okay, so I think that's it for crafting. So now all we have left, I believe, is to pick our next mission.
Okay.
So speaking of crafting, can we also buy things? So if I
No,
had
we
to
do
leave
not
to buy
have
a
a
potion.
merchant. That was a one-time thing.
Okay.
So alas, we're
Mhm.
stuck.
Yes.
All right. Are there any chains that we're trying to complete for a career goal?
No, we were trying to make sure that anything that went to like needing a calendar thing that would appear that would put a number on there to advance it. We've been doing those. Towards that end, we've got something coming up for the glowing catacombs.
Should we put those on the open map so our viewers can see?
Yeah, I'm trying to. They're weird order. Okay, and they don't show up perfectly. So let's see. We haven't done crystal enclosure, so we can do crystal enclosure number 10. We can do edge of the world, I think. What's that symbol for again? Contains a shard of the lurker crown, whatever that means. So we can do edge of the world, we can do crystal enclosure, we can do crystal trench. We already did strong foundation. That was tied to Dan's old thing. And then work freeze we did. Okay, so that's it. So we only have these two that we're working on right now. So we can do either crystal enclosure, which continues this path up there, or we can do, and could split here and go around there. And we know 55 is one we wanted to get to, or we can do one of these to start unlocking the next path there. For some context, that would be number 7, 8, and 10.
Which one did we just do? Did we just do Frozen Crypt?
No, 114. It's all the way on another thing.
Okay.
But it has we have to accomplish a calendar event before we can do anything. So we got a calendar event, and now that'll presumably unlock the next thing when we get there.
Okay, Edge of the World is following up on Satha's crab problem. Crystal Trench. Following, we're hoping to sort out a mystery of wandering mechanical beings reported by Satha's scouts. And then
Golems, robots.
Crystal Enclosure. This is following the whole ice speaker path that we.
That requires the sled.
Oh, that requires the sled. Yeah, so we can't do number 10 because we don't have the sled. And 7 and 8 are fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Edge of the World or Crystal Trench?
Mechanical creatures. I like robots.
Okay, so Crystal Trench it is. So we will do number 8 next time.
Okay.
Okay, and I think that's it for right now. So thank you very much for joining us as always. We appreciate it, and we'll see you back with some trench fight in